Did you feel like the defensive mechanics were really good? Because like how they have like push block costs 1 meter, you have the retreat function. Did you feel like
push
that was
block was
like
1 meter?
Yes, it costs 1 meter. You probably never.
Was I doing it wrong then? Because I never. I was playing. So here's the thing.
It said, "Wait, it's 1 meter." Hold up. We left off.
Well, too long. Yeah.
yeah. You were stating earlier on just like how the supers, the priority system and all that. When it came to the
that's
supers.
Something I was super interested in. However, one other thing that so the super moves, the level 3s. So here's the thing. In one of our, I didn't get footage because the camera died. But me and my friend were playing. I died as Echo. One of their guys died as a character. And then, I don't know if it was their person died or mine died, but we both had level 3. So the other guy who was Darius goes first and does a level 3 super. So then my buddy, he's like, all right, I'm going to do it too. So they both do it at the same time. I guess the second super always works. Sort of
always
like
wins. Okay.
Yeah, sort of like how... what's that game? Street Fighter 4 Ultras. Second super worked and won. So like it was really hyped. The thing is, the entire weekend, like we saw them hanging out, and my brother, my friend brought it up to them like, yeah, we won, and they like didn't even pay attention. So we're like, all right, either something's wrong, like they really don't like us, or something else. And then my friend found out, yeah, they like drank a whole bunch one morning. But
okay.
So the thing is, like, I'm just bringing it up because it's just funny how like the camaraderie that you can have with 2 other people, as compared to those guys, compared to the other 2 people that we played in the last day, they were like, I only played it twice, and then when I started doing air combos, they're like, yo, he's lying, he knows what he's doing, or this guy knows what I'm just like,
sorry, you one of those influencers.
Casuals.
Yeah, the character that spoke to me most is who I can play. Like, I think that the game translates well in that aspect. Like, you got a character that you would like. However, I don't understand the assist in that much, to be honest.
It's a little different flavor from like your usual Marvel-esque kind of feel.
Well, yeah, especially since your character can come in and assist for you, or not assist for you, but you are the one who controls your assist, not the point character, but the assist character does something, or they push the assist button for it.
Okay, so I can explain that because I was learning a lot on the side. So the second player will always be able to control the assist and the breaks for you. So they're going to be the ones kind of like looking out for you.
And they push the assist button, and it's up to the point character to push the handshake button to change.
Yes. So they said they wanted this connection to make sure that you feel like you're working together, and that one person, kind of like in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, isn't setting up for everything and then you having to react to it. Now you're a team. You're doing stuff to save your partner. Your partner's not just choosing when he wants to be saved. It's more like a reasonable situation, right? You're like, oh, you should save me now, or nudge me to save me now, and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, you're right. And then there's the last stand, which somebody hit us with it, some Ari player, and it did, like, they weren't kidding when they said it does massive damage. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, and it's not an X Factor move. It's just, again, it's an extra combo or just a special move that your assist character can do as they are dead. So that would mean the dead player does that whenever they get an opportunity.
Okay, I can actually also elaborate on that. So when you're normally doing a normal, so 2 things. When you're doing a handshake assist, if you have the ability for handshaking, which is that like little orange square that you see, or whatever object you want to call it, that allows them to switch up to 2 times. So point character gets to switch.
That's the groove.
Yes, but when it comes to just regular assisting, they only have 3 seconds. So they're on a 3-second cooldown. When it's regular assisting and they're alive. When they're dead, it's a 10-second cooldown for that last stand assist to come back.
Oh, okay. I was actually gonna ask if you could do that more than once. Yeah, yes. It might be because it's like the last stand is like, when your one character is dead and you reach a certain limit in terms of your health. So it's like, it's basically end game. It's not something you're going to get very early on. It's not like level 3 X Factor you can get from the rip, as soon as all characters dead. It's like available. It's at the end of the probably tail end of the match. So
right. And that's probably why I never saw it again, because we were dead.
Somebody died. Yeah, exactly.
I can also, if I remember off the top of my head, you can also still burst or break combos even if your assist is dead.
Yes, you can. Yeah, dynamic save / burst is available to you. Even it's the weirdest thing to see that. Like,
so slow.
It would be so sick. Listen, I'm gonna just give an extra 2 cents real quick. If your character is dead, just make them like a spectral form or whatever from like the like what Viego is and shit from the Shadow Isles and all that, to make it look like it's their spirits, to be like, okay, look, they're dead, so they come back as like, you know, with this little effect to kind of show it. It just goes with the lore of the game. It kind of looks good. It makes sense during the gameplay, because it still throws me off to see them that they're knocked out, but then they still come back. It's like, what?
They can't do that because Gangplank actually has a skin like that, unfortunately.
Oh, a lot of people. I'm about to say a lot of people got a skin.
He was the
like
first,
that.
though. He was the first.
Was he? I thought it was Karma.
Yeah, he was the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go on.
There's just cool stuff in this game that I didn't think they would add, and it seems like defensive mechanics are really insanely strong, but they all have like flaws to them, which is not normal for any fighting game. Everything just either sucks or is really, really too overpowered or overtuned. Did you feel like that it was like that, Gabe, where you were playing like with some of the mechanics on defense? You feel like they were like kind of balanced for you?
I'm sorry, repeat it.
Did you feel like the defensive mechanics were really good? Because like how they have like push block costs 1 meter, you have the retreat function. Did you feel like
push block was 1 meter?
Yes, it costs 1 meter. You probably never.
Was I doing it wrong then? Because I never. I was playing. So here's the thing.
It said, "Wait, it's 1 meter." Hold up.
I was playing on pad, and I didn't use the parry button, but I did use sort of like the push block. And was it push block is the forward one, right?
The one
if you block and push forward and the 2 buttons, because I was doing block and the back buttons. Man, you got
okay. You were doing a retreat. You were doing a retreat.
Yeah.
We'll watch your trailer. Don't worry. So all right. So kind of to close out the final thoughts, because we will be, like I said, we will be talking more about this game even outside of the podcast. Make sure to go subscribe to the YouTube. But like, so you're primarily coming. You know, you've played just a slew of different fighting games over the years. Like, coming from the Marvel side, as a Marvel player, are you feeling like Marvel players might have an easier time picking up this game? Or like you said earlier, I know you kind of hinted that it's like it feels different. Is it different enough that does it remind you of any other fighting games like an Tekken or Cross Tag and such? Like, are you getting more similarities there? Or do you feel like it's unique enough that it's gonna, like, you can pull from everything and still kind of be, you know, like, surprised by how it's going to feel?
Right. Well, it does feel a bit more Marvel-like.
Okay.
I do want to say Battle of the Grid-like, however.
That is also true. Forgot Battle of the Grid.
The tagging mechanics, and with the combo ability, or even the combo extensions, almost Scroll Girls even. But the problem, this is a good problem to have. The thing is, it does feel like its own thing. Like the combos and dare I say the normals, they don't feel like I need to. It didn't feel like I needed to use the normals in order to do special moves, because I guess because I knew the special moves were in certain buttons. For me, on D-pad, it was on shoulder buttons on the top, on R1 and L1. So that was, again, that felt fine, because it was like, all right, I know the specials are over here. I can use my normals over here, even though Echo has some bad like crouch normals, like crouch H was like straight up like an anti-air. I guess everybody has that as an anti-air.
Yeah.
His launch button was sort of different, but then his stand H was really good. So I guess it translated well for me. Again, I can't speak for everybody, but my brother, however, he did say that the game felt slow. Again, to you, I mean, that's to him. He may have used Yasuo. I don't remember.
Okay.
But to your first play of any game, it's going to feel slow, to be honest.
Because you're trying to figure it out. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas I watched the video, I figured out what to do that morning of. I was like looking, experimenting. And, you know, I feel as though it is already, to me, it already is pretty fast. Like, I see Marlon Pie play, and I'm like, yeah, that's satisfyingly fast. And Darius, he doesn't look slow in my opinion at all, you know?
No,
he's
doesn't.
just swinging and going all over the place around the world. And of course, Ari and Echo are your fast characters, you know? So it definitely depends on what kind of style you're looking to play. But I can see how he thinks it feels slow. However, after playing twice, I didn't feel like I needed to ask them any questions. If that sounds weird.
It just made sense. Just clicked for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be my final question. Sorry, is the it's now that you have your experience with it, and you were playing on their control scheme, right? Because a lot of people tend to forget. I think it kind of like got lost in the mix with people because they were complaining about it. It's like, oh, one button specials, this and that. Did you feel like that was constraining you in any way, shape, or form by the time you started playing a couple times? Did you even notice or care that your specials were in buttons versus having to do DP motion, fireball motion, quarter circles, half circles, whatever?
Not necessarily, because at that point I wasn't focused on execution.
Good point.
Which is the button special moves. Like, it was just like, oh, I did down special 2 in the air, and it leaves the as echo, of course, it leaves the outline of me up there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go somewhere interesting on the screen, and I'm gonna activate that now, and I'll be behind them. Or even the rolling one. Like, that play style definitely fit me, where I'm like, I know how I can go over here or air grab over there, and I'm gonna push that button. I know that button, for some reason, even if I push it, it'll make me go over there, and that's cool. Like, I didn't have to find another input in order to activate.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that answered the question, but yeah.
It did. Did you notice that it was all on PlayStation 5s, by the way?
Really? I didn't know that.
Didn't even recall, huh? Yeah, it was confirmed. It was on PlayStation 5s as they were deconstructing there's pictures on Reddit showing it.
Well, the controllers would have made sense. I mean, they were. And then the PlayStation sticks were too.